It will be tomorrow. Not today. Come on, let's not get into it too early, okay? Yeah, it's tomorrow, not today. All right, so today we're gonna talk about basic checking accounts. Raise your hand if you have a bank account of your own, any kind. Okay, and raise your hand up even higher if you have a checkbook. Okay. All right, so what do you guys have? Mostly savings accounts? Do you have like a debit account? And your debit account doesn't come with a checkbook? Okay, yeah, we will go into that. So a checkbook is often used when you are paying bills, usually. You can pay some bills online, and some bills you want to pay in person. Yep.
You know, I do have a checking account, but I don't think I ever got a checkbook for it.
So they don't automatically give you checks, you have to order checks.
Yeah.
But every checking account has a check you can get checks for. Yep. So if you just go on their website, and if it's a checking account, which is the same thing as a debit account, as you're aware. So if you're thinking like, ooh, but I do have a debit card, then you do have a checking account. So you go on the website of the bank and you order checks, which are not expensive. You can get like, I don't know, 150 checks for like $20. They look like this. That's my bank. Yes, oh my gosh, everybody take out your phones, take a picture. So, look guys, that's where I live, and this right here is the number of the check, and then here is basically the, I believe this one is the number that references what bank it's from, and this is my bank account. And this means that I can write a check for anything, you know, as long as I have the funds in my account. For example, let's say, the reason why I have a checkbook at school is in case I need to purchase something at school, like, yeah, lunch money for my kids or for myself. Or if, you know, you guys are coming around and selling whatever you're selling for, a thing. So, okay, so I'm gonna write it right here. A checking account is what?
A bank account, you can write checks and take money out of that one.
It's a bank account where you can easily take money out. This is your money. Usually you use a checkbook or a debit card, one or the other. So you use a checkbook or a debit card or a withdrawal slip. Okay. A check is a piece of paper. This is essentially an IOU. People can deposit it into their bank account and immediately get your money. I guess sometimes it takes a day. So I'm imagining then that most of you have never written a check before. Anybody write a check before? Cool, Gabby. All right.
Had to for Doug's class.
You had to?
Yeah,
So you know how to write checks?
yeah.
There's tissues in here too, but if you want privacy.
Just gonna grab this guy.
Okay. Now, the only reason why I printed these on 2 separate pages is so that you could do this and have them sitting next to each other, which is what you're gonna wanna do. Aggressive. Okay, I'm going to write the first check with you. And we're going to make some notes on the first check. So, you've got lots of time to do your homework. Do not be zooming ahead of me, please, because we are gonna take notes while we do this. All right, this one up here. This up here is the check number. That's just a reference number. I know that all of these, well, at least they used to say 885. But the check number changes as it goes. So here, see this 2186, and then the next one's 2187. That's so that if the bank needs to reference what check you're talking about, that's the number they look at. Yeah?
Do we need to see all the check numbers because they fade away?
No. I know. That's no problem. All right, your name will be here, printed on your checkbook, because this is not something this isn't like a sheet that you fill out, they send it to you. So your name would be there, and you don't have to change that. Your bank is here. Anybody know what a memo line is?
It's so you can remember what you.
Right, this is a note to yourself. If you're like, what the heck is this check? Every time they deposit a check or take a check out of your account, they will provide a copy of that check on your bank statement. And you can look at it online, and then you'll be like, what? Why is $55 being taken out of my bank account? And then you open it up and you'll be like, oh, right, that's what it is. So, why would you need a note to yourself if you already have a person that you're paying it to?
Just in case.
Sometimes, but also like I write a lot of checks. Here's what I write a lot of checks to. I write a lot of checks to this school district, right? Because you guys, let's be honest, every time that there's a fundraiser, and we do a lot of fundraisers, every time there's one, somebody's knocking on my door saying, do you want to buy FFA fruit? Do you want to buy a football thing? Do you want to whatever? And I usually say yes at least once. And then but all of my checks are to the school district. And so in the memo, I can write football fundraiser, or I can write volleyball fundraiser, so that I remember what I'm doing. Okay, this right here is the bank number. That's a code that is specific to your bank or institution. And this is your account number over here. That's specific to you. Okay, so we are going to use today's date for all of these. Now it says that it is check number 256. So I'm gonna cross that out and write 256 right here. Of course, that's not something you would actually cross out if you were doing a check. It would be called check 256. Thank you, Peyton. It says we're writing it to Robert's Department Store, so that goes right here. You want this very legible.